Can you describe ways in which you have been active in the Franklin Regional School District?
Well, I've been active as a parent, and 2 years ago, my baby graduated Franklin Regional. For the 16 years prior to that, I was a full-time single dad. Mom's in Vermont, and another story. And so I was the show and holding down a full-time job. I wasn't able to do nearly as much in the community or with some of the nonprofits I am involved in as I am these days. But I was very actively involved as a parent. I had 2 kids identified with special needs and IEPs in place, and had actually brought in outside advocacy when necessary to support my own children. I've been reading the minutes of the school board here. I've also been highly interested in the North Allegheny district and the Upper St. Clair district and the Mount Lebanon district, and looking at the notes from their meetings. And the New York School Board Association, the Pennsylvania School Board Association, the Ohio School Board Association. And I talk every day with my brother, who's a superintendent of schools and been an educator for 25 years.
Thank you. Mr. Scheinert.
Yeah, it's a question I didn't expect to get tonight, and it's a pleasure to answer. I've been a volunteer at Franklin Regional Schools for the last 15 years, and it started with my kids. I've been a very active supporter of the band. I've built every one of the band props that they've used in their shows for the last 15 years, and I'm delighted to say that those have been contributed towards the great band that got invited to Macy's twice and to the Tournament of Roses parade. I actually went to the Tournament of Roses parade and helped put on the show out there. I've also worked on all the high school musicals for about the last 15 years. I've been the primary set designer and prop designer, and I want to give great credit to my wife, and I want to give great credit to many volunteers whose kids are long been graduated. In fact, we have dinner with them scheduled for tomorrow night. It's a delightful thing to do. Thanks for asking.
Volunteer. Thank you. Mr. Irvine.
Well, first and foremost, I've given back to my school community by serving on the board for the past 4 years, and it's been an interesting ride, and some problems that I didn't think existed that I have hoped in some small way I've helped to contribute to resolve. As far as volunteering is concerned, I've been involved with several school groups with the Relay for Life, and we'll be up there next weekend. Serving as a volunteer with the help of the financial end of it with my wife. And I also have served 2 or 3 years running at the Franklin Regional Concession Stand. So if anybody was up there buying hot dogs 2 or 3 years ago, whenever my son was playing football, you probably ran into me on Friday nights handling Chick-fil-A sandwiches and stuff like that. So I've been involved at every opportunity that I can in regards to also chaperoning at school dances whenever the need arises. I've done that several times also.
Thank you. Ms. Watt Geer.
For nearly the past 2 years, I've been attending school board meetings and largely got involved with regard to the all-day kindergarten discussion, and have, I would say, probably attended about 90% of the meetings over the past year and a half, 2 years. And that makes for long and interesting Monday evenings, as those of you who have served on the board can attest to. But it has given me the opportunity to learn a tremendous amount about the work that goes into running the school district and keeping it as a top-notch performing school district in the region, and how decisions are made in this community. I've also been involved with the Franklin Area Academic Boosters, which is a group that grew out of the all-day kindergarten question. And through my work, I've been involved with the school district, both in my current position at United Way, but in my previous position with the Community Foundation of Westmoreland County, even before I was a resident of this community, had the good fortune of working with Mr. Hollingsworth to leverage educational improvement tax credit dollars back into the community, which was about $200,000 over about a decade ago.
Thank you. Mr. Samick.
I have 4 sons, so I'm heavily involved in the sports. I've coached Massa soccer for 3 or 4 years now, and I also coached the T-ball. I was an assistant coach for 1 year. I'm involved in my church for 4 years. I was a small group Bible study leader for a group of guys from 9th grade through 12th grade. And I'm also on the board of an organization in Westmoreland County called the Hope Center that provides homework help assistance to students in grades kindergarten through 6th grade throughout the region, not just in Franklin area school district. And we also provide home repair services and car repair services to people in need. You know, my reasons for getting involved in the school board, my legal career took me into the public school realm. I've litigated public school cases and have become intimately aware with specifically with constitutional rights of teachers and of students relating to the First Amendment. And it's an area where I believe that I can contribute greatly to the school board, because we don't have any attorneys on the board right now. Whereas if you go
Thank
to
you.
any...
Mr. Harding.
Well, as a parent of 3 boys, I also was involved quite heavily with sports, and as I look back on it, there was several years I didn't see my wife other than passing her on School Road as she was dropping one off, and I had just picked one up because one wanted to play basketball and one wanted to swim. You know, one wanted to play soccer, one wanted to play football. It was crazy. And I got involved with coaching, officiating, doing that during their time at school. After they finished, I continued on through the American Legion program with youth baseball, both in Allegheny and Westmoreland County. I've also been active in several professional development programs for mentoring students who are entering into engineering school through the ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, National Society of Professional Engineers. And my brother's a superintendent. My sister was a board member in New York for a number of years before she retired. And we get together 3 or 4 times a year, and the conversation is always what's going on in the schools today. And things are changing, and I hope I can contribute somewhat to the Franklin board.
Thank you.